When I was younger, I used to believe that one person could make a difference. That sustainability was just a problem that was far beyond our reach. That it was just billion-dollar projects that were too big for us. But now, I've come to realize that change starts small, from the tiny actions that will grow to become ripples. Good morning, everyone. My name is Matoom. I'm a Year 9 student, and today I'll be speaking about sustainability and a little something called the ripple effect. Back in 1987, the UN defined sustainability as meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. To us, it sounds like a big responsibility, one that feels out of our hands. But sustainability isn't just about what governments and corporations do. It's about what we do. I would like to start by talking about plastic waste and carbon footprints. I want you to do this with me. I want you to imagine right now that you're an elephant. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Why is she making me imagine myself as an elephant of all things? But I need you to bear with me here. I need you to imagine how much you weigh as that elephant. Now, I know, and some of you might not come up with a number straight away. But let me tell you this. The average weight of an African elephant is 4.8 metric tons. That also happens to be the weight of the average person's carbon footprint. Now, I want you to turn to the person next to you. Say hi to them. Now imagine. Now I want you to imagine that they as well are another elephant. Imagine everyone in this hall. Imagine everyone in this hall, this school, this country, the world. Because in some ways, we are all just elephants, stomping our ways in the earth and leaving behind footprints, carbon footprints that we cannot take back. And if that doesn't alarm you yet, let me tell you another fact. Every single minute, the equivalent of one garbage truck filled with plastic waste is thrown into the ocean. That's 1,440 plastic trucks filling the ocean with plastic, and it will take hundreds of years to decompose. But sustainability isn't just about protecting the environment itself. It's about protecting people. Because right now, climate change is displacing people in communities all around the world with issues like rising sea levels, wildfires, and droughts causing millions to flee their homes, leading to what we now call climate refugees. And let's not forget about the industry that is destroying the environment and exploiting its workers, the fashion industry. Let's start by talking about fast fashion. To most of us here, fast fashion is something cheap, affordable. But let me tell you this, fashion comes at the expensive cost of the environment and the people working for it. Did you know that only one pair of jeans takes 7,500 liters of water to produce? That's how much the average person drinks in 7 years. Now I want you to keep thinking about this because it leads to this next point. The fashion industry is one of the biggest polluters on the planet, consuming vast amounts of water and generating excessive textile waste. Because beyond water usage, jean production also releases harmful chemicals and dyes into rivers, polluting clean drinking water sources for communities all around the world. These operations operate in countries with things called lax environmental regulations, meaning that the people living in these countries will have to suffer the consequences of contamination if they live near the sites. But I know what all of you might be thinking. I'm just here talking to you guys. What do I know about sustainability? Well, let me tell you this. Sustainability isn't just a concept I'm bringing here today. It's something me, myself, and my family have seen firsthand. So to start, usually we only buy those 6-liter bottles of water that are plastic, so we can help cut down on plastic waste and not buy the small plastic bottles. I'm sure that's something easy everyone can do. And for a while, that's all we thought we could do. But one day, me and my family saw something that made us think differently. So at the PTT station next to our home, we saw workers carrying large 6-liter bottles of water. They were bringing them to refill tanks, those of which cost only 1 baht per liter. For some of these workers, they can't buy new bottles of water because they cost 42 to 43 baht. This causes them to have to reuse their old water bottles over and over again, causing them to be old, yellow, and worn out. And since I saw that this was a problem, me and my family decided to step in and help. So, since we only use our bottles once by refilling them into reusable containers at home, me and my family decided we were going to give away our leftover water bottles to the people who need them the most. Over time, we were giving them to the workers and we managed to replace the bottles more frequently. We started by replacing them every month, and now we've gone to replacing them every single week. These workers were really happy to receive the bottles, and sometimes they're even fighting over who would get the newest lot of bottles. And through this process, we managed to create a simple cycle. Who here knows about the 3 R's? Okay. Can someone just shout out? What is one of the 3 R's? Wow. I see you guys already know what the 3 R's are. But let me start by this. The first R, reduce. Because through this process, we managed to reduce on plastic waste by cutting down on how much plastic we use, from buying large bottles and not buying smaller ones. We also managed to reuse because we were giving the bottles out to the workers who need them. And we managed to recycle. Because at gas stations like PTT, there's programs that are similar to Trash Lucky at our school, where the workers can easily and properly recycle the bottles. Now, me and my family have even managed to expand this initiative to the Lotus right next door to our school. All of this started by simply paying attention to the world around us. We saw a problem, and instead of just ignoring it, we chose to do something about it. Because sustainability isn't just about the big policies and projects you hear in the news. It's about what everyone can do, the small actions we make that will lead to ripples that will grow into waves. But here I am talking about how sustainability is about cutting back on everything. But sustainability is also about moving forward. Because just last month, scientists in Hawaii have successfully managed to train marine fungi to eat ocean plastic. These fungi can break down plastic to a molecular level, which will speed up the process that would usually take hundreds of years. Furthermore, researchers at Hawaii Pacific University are also studying how these enzymes can actually digest the plastic so they can develop newer technology to help clean oceans and landfills. And just like those ocean plastic are slowly transforming plastic into something new, our actions, no matter how small, have the ability to shape the future in ways we ourselves may not yet even fully understand. Every decision that we make, from choosing reusable items to supporting innovative technology and sustainability, we can all create tiny ripples of change. It's like dropping a pebble into the pond. The pebbles will create waves that expand, similar to our actions, but our actions expand far beyond our lives. And I know it's easy to think that one person's effort can make a difference. But history has shown us otherwise, because movements begin with individuals. Change starts with a single step. When we collectively embrace our responsibility and gather together to help create a more renewable world,
we will create a ripple effect. And the truth is, the earth itself doesn't need saving. We need to save the world for the future generations to come. And the question isn't whether this change is possible. It's whether we will be the first ones to do it. Will we be the ones to start a ripple effect? Will we be the ones to take the first step? Will we, DBS as a community, change the world? Thank you.